So a few episodes ago, a few chapters ago, I theorized that the level of the sea on One Piece is rising because of the use of the devil powers. And since recently we are using stronger and stronger powers, one of which was the one of Luffy, obviously, about the Joy Boy power, the Nika power, but also the attack on Lulusia. So the CA is rising, level is rising for this reason, and this is like some kind of punishment for the use of the devil fruits. That was a very cool um, meta narrative thing, in my opinion. It was cool, a good theory, but I was only partially right because, like, we knew already, we thought already that maybe the attack on Lulusia was not about a devil fruit power, but about some kind of weapon. And here we are. Here we are finally having more informations about weapons, ancient, very powerful weapons on One Piece. And the sea level, it's not rising because of devil fruit. So, what really devil fruits are is still a mystery. Maybe it's actually not something bad. Maybe it's actually, uh, I don't want to say natural because since we are seeing more and more informations and the confirmations that the world of the past was very technologically advanced, could really be possible that like someone managed to create some kind of devil fruits, artificial devil fruits now. Devil fruits are still something artificial, even if they are so complex, the original ones that look like natural. This is the same thing of talking about humans against AIs. Like we think that AI are not really intelligence because they are human made, so they are artificial. But if we could be so advanced to be able to comprehend every single part of the genetic of every single molecule of atom of our body, we will say that we are artificial too. And we will be able to probably recreate human life, crafting it a piece after a piece, piece by piece. So it's probably similar. Maybe to people, there are devil fruits, normal devil fruits that look natural because they are so complex. For the fact, for example, that if they die, they reborn. So either they are just something natural, and so obviously the sea levels didn't rise because of them, but because of these weapons that subvert the naturality of the world. And devil fruits are called devil, but maybe they're part of the normal way of living, or maybe they're something they got created in the past too, and we consider them like some kind of natural weapons. But at this natural weapons, yes, like natural like weapons that give powers. But at this point, I think we could start assessing pretty surely that there is a contra, like the opposites of this of the thematics of good and evil are who uses powers, who use nature, like the free users, or some of the pirates that usually don't use to devastating weapons against the government and against others that hold weapons that are very dangerous. And for example, the government uses buster calls, for example, and this other weapon that we had again confirmation that it's this one, the weapon on Lulusia, even if it made a hole, and usually the water level should lower since the water goes inside the wall theoretically. That's not exactly what happened for some reason, and instead the sea level rise. We don't know exactly how that happened, but now we know that it's almost 100% because of that attack on Lulusia. And Vegapunk, in this chapter 11:15, says that because of the use of this weapon, or these weapons, massive use of these weapons, the sea level kept rising and rising over and over again. in just 100 years by 200 meters. And this is the only explanation on how a lot of the knowledge of the past got deleted in these 100 years of void. So this means that either the weapon was used to raise the level and totally delete everything, or the weapon was used to delete everything, and then the Sia rised more and more and more with every single use of weapons like the one that destroyed Lulusia and maybe other similar weapons. We don't know exactly about this. And I want to talk a bit about Joy Boy. And my theory, like Vegapunk says that he got defeated, but someone said that Gold Roger got defeated too. But we know that that didn't happen. And I think this is very important because since we have the hat, the straw hat of the supposed Joy Boy still intact, if such a weapon was used against him, how could that hat survive all of that? Think about it. I think it's similar to Goldie Roger. And so Oda is introducing this kind of parallel, this series of parallelism where Goldie Roger didn't never went defeated, but he surrendered. So the first one we see, the first pirates we see that surrenders, and maybe, maybe the government was using that weapon, and Joy Boy surrendered because he didn't want the whole world to sink into under the sea. So this is my theory. My theory is that no one defeated Joy Boy, but Joy Boy decided to surrender, and that's why his straw hat is still intact because he didn't got damaged by anything. Because no one maybe could be able to really defeat Joy Boy because he was impossible to defeat because of the destiny, because of his power, etc., etc. And so, in my opinion, he stopped the fighting, praising that the government would stop using these weapons. Maybe he didn't manage to defeat them, and so he surrendered to save the world. This is my theory. So the level of the world rise by 200 meters. Maybe they really fought for 100 years, and after 100 years, Toy Boy decided to stop, to to give himself to the government. Maybe I don't know what really happened. Um, Definitely died because the fruit moved and now got inside Luffy later, 900 years later. Wait, 800 years later, sorry. And so this is my theory. So Goldie Rogers, some way, managed to know this. And this is very interesting because until prior to this chapter, we still thought about was Goldie Roger the strongest man in the world? And now we have two potential answers. Either Goldie Roger was not the strongest, and he knew he couldn't really defeat, unfortunately, the elders and the real power of the government. So this is why they are pirates, because they have to run away for real. Because, like, yes, they love freedom, but they can't stay still on a place because the government is stronger. At the end, the government is stronger than the pirates, and this is why they are pirates. So Goldie Roger at the end admitted defeat. Uh, he did what he did because he couldn't fulfill the dream of Joy Boy. He couldn't defeat the government. He had to wait for Joy Boy. He had to wait for, I don't know, Rufy or someone else that could inherit the true will, the fruit of Nika, that is probably the only one that can put the end to this war that it's lasting for 900 years. Why? Because in what Vegapunk mean is that since then the government keep trying to erase informations about a lot of things. And uh, and today, where Lucia got attacked, where that weapon was used once again after so much time, probably, or maybe the level of the Sia rise even during the 900 years, even no one knows. So maybe the government kept deleting a lot of things. An example, obviously, it's O'Hara, but that's happened not so many years ago, definitely, not centuries ago. And the attack on Lulusia was the confirmation of Vegapunk's theories on the fact that the Sia rise because of the use of these weapons. So this was my theory. But Roger was not good enough. He couldn't finish the war. He couldn't win against the evil forces. They're talking about ideologies. Maybe the ideologies are for real. An natural one against one about control, one about using weapons. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's something more deep that Oda is still developing and will show later. But after the kinda underwhelming chapter 11, 14 that I didn't feel like talking here on the channel, the chapter was for me just a flat 6 because only says that that Joy was a pirate alone doesn't mean anything. And it doesn't mean anything even now, but the information that we have now about wars and other kind of things instead change everything. It took like, I don't know, 2 3 months, maybe more, but finally we have very good important information that reveal a lot about the truth of the world of One Piece in chapter 11, 15. So for me this chapter is a very good 9.5. Amazing. The revelations here are very massive, and I'm really looking forward for the next ones, hoping that Vegaband will manage to keep talking, revealing even more things. Even if I still think that maybe before he can say one of the most important things, maybe the transmission will got shut down. But maybe some of the Vegapunks will manage to say something. I don't know, maybe to Robin or to someone else, some last message, so that the Straw Hats know something more that the rest of the world didn't manage to know. These were my theories for this chapter. I hope you enjoyed them. I really ask you to comment, say something, and talk about what I said, or what you do you think. I really would love to have a chat with you. So write in the comment and leave a like. I wish you the best, and check other contents on my channel if you feel like, and also links to my other channels and activities. I'm Jake. Bye bye. And by the way, they are Rufi and Chisnam. I should always say this every time.